Looks like OBS dropped out there for a sec. Should be back up now though. Hopefully. Hopefully we also don't have that happen again.
Can you hear yourself? For the sake of principle, in order not to give the enemy what they want, you killed your own wounded. Helpless subordinates. Why does anyone still follow you?
Because we are Hell Knights. We know our duty.
Only someone who's never been responsible for the lives of others could feel any outrage at this decision. The wounded couldn't be saved. What good would it do to anyone if the rest perished along with them?
Lan is showing a remarkable amount of understanding. The Hell Knights. Quite nice.
What charming people. Those fellows in black make Holren look like a sweet old soul by comparison.
To be honest, they kind of do, but not for the reason I think Darian's insinuating. They make Horan look like an old feeble man who's lost his wits. Just by them being so super efficient so far. Do you really give two flasks of water to Nice the Sunrise Sword, suffering from thirst, and a sack to use his bandages? Standing behind his commander, Yeka rolls his eyes.
I spared them the exact volume of resources I could sacrifice without risking my own people. However, the situation has developed, and I've already ordered they be given additional supplies. They are temporarily under my charge, and I can use their forces to rebuff the attack. They'll work for their water.
Regal raises his voice and speaks empathetically, ignoring a whisper coming from a group of knights in Sunrise Sword. He seems to be reiterating his position for their benefit. Lawful. I like your approach. It makes sense to make sure your own people have enough resources and then share what remains with everyone else.
I'd say I'm willing to spend resources on those I deem useful. But yes, you described the matter adequately.
Oof. We need to get rid of the gargoyles, then we'll talk. Because, to be honest, we don't really need to say that.
Agreed. Be ready, Commander. This attack may be worse than the last one.
Yet another obstacle.
Speaking of, we immediately go straight into combat. Our Fiend Gargoyle Hunter. These guys are level 5. We're going to have to rebuff. Turn that on.
The spirits demand your blood!
We'll stab. Probably shouldn't have chosen lightning. I believe that... Oh no, lightning works. Okay. Move Ember here. Do you have any buffs that we need to put out? Already have that. Web, I don't think will work on them, because they have flying. They're immune to trip. Airborne. So it doesn't say what it does, but effectively any ground-based CC won't work. Grease, web, what other things? The pit spells, which I really love, don't work. They're also immune to poison, so Sinking Cloud won't work, which pretty much takes out most of your CC right there. That said, Fear should work. All level 5, so if need be, we can use Scare. Now though, I want to put this onto land if we can. Not at the moment. So instead, I'm going to just put some of these to sleep, because that does work.
I'm done with you.
Nice. Oh. Reika runs up. Oh, Yeka. He's not going to be long for this world. It's a lot of HP. If you over here. Is everyone still blessed? We are, but for only for 11 seconds. So we're going to refresh that. For a few turns, Darian's going to be on buff duty. Now, you're probably like, this is only 3 gargoyles, this isn't too bad. Again, we're just getting started. As you can already see, the Hell Knights, while tanky, aren't that accurate. So, and as you can imagine, we have this large force here. They're going to send enough demons to challenge this amount of people. So we want to go 5-foot step up towards you. Leave that one to them.
Endure
And do this one. Because yeah, these guys aren't that efficient. If they're better archers, this would be a much easier fight, but they really aren't.
You are today's sacrifice!
Okay, what we'll do is buff up you. And then we'll
No glory
Hopefully.
without risk!
do some damage. Apparently not. There we go. See, they jump in behind you as well. And they jump in there, there, there. I think they're safe sort of places here. So I'll move you 5 feet that way. And do you have protection from good and evil? You do not. Do you have remove fear? Won't do that now. We will, however, manifest some allies. We're gonna try and zerg this. Just have so many skeletons in this cave that it's gonna take an hour to go through a single turn. Kinda wish they actually stayed there to fight, rather than go for this one over here. As for the new ones that join us, the only one that we really need to kill out of those, like totally target down, is the Gargoyle Cleric. So we're going to do that. Spend our points.
Make every strike count.
There we go. Step this way, and have you also do it. That's freedom of movement. And more skeletons. These guys aren't going to have a high chance to hit. They're essentially just extra bodies in the fight. Our goal at the moment is just to really try to tip the scales as much as we can. Okay, 5-foot step again. Not fireball time yet. Sleep time.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Move you back here. I've used Camilla to give protection against good and evil. I believe it's her spell. I'll literally just keep dumping these for days. So many skeletons. Darian, I think, missed his calling as a necromancer. Really gives you an idea of how Lich can be really powerful really quickly. I would like to do a Lich hunt at some point, but I also want to romance Camilla if I can. So it's hard to do.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
One dead. Main character's gonna need heals pretty soon. Assuming you're not dead. Are you dead? If you're dead, we have to reload. Rah. See what I mean about this fight being slightly difficult? We can skip through their dialogue this time. There is one choice in there that I want to do. And we'll just repeat the same choices, but there are actually a few things we can do right now.
I welcome your company.
So much so that we're going to actually save right here. Or rather, should have done that
the
after I
waiting's
buffed up,
never
so.
fun.
Pre-buffing before a fight could be
What's
considered
on your
cheating.
mind? I wonder.
Personally think this is important enough to warrant it though. So, we'll use that one last actually. Pull strength onto land. Flare on myself. Displacement we have to do pretty much in combat. Delay poison communal. So bless, delay poison,
Sod is restless. I wonder why.
heroism, we'll put on land. We already have that.
Together, we stand.
And since we have two people that can cast it, actually we'll keep the remove fear on you
I'll watch your back.
and use yours. Because Celia is immune to fear. Which means while Camelia's is more preventative,
Rely on me.
Celia's can be used more in response to it. Are there any extra buffs that we want to put on? Bless weapon? Sure, why not? Cleric spell can't actually be used by wizards, arcane casters. Sorry, I was trying to think of the actual word there. I should have one that does dex. It's charisma. Cat's Grace? Do I have Cat's Grace somewhere? Bull Strength, Bear's Endurance, Eagle Splendor. Do not have Cat's Grace. That's interesting. Want to keep the Stone Skin one if we can. I'm not seeing Effortless Armor. Nope, we'll have that one on you. I'll also put that on land. And no, we won't use that one. Blue sword. Oof, that's actually really nice. Use that one on Celia. How long do you last? 1 round per level. Cast level 13, so 13 rounds. We'll use that at the start of combat. Scroll of Prayer. No, that's more of a luck bonus. We already have enough of those, so to speak. Don't need to resist any elements in particular. Shield. Can you cast shield on someone else? No, it's personal. You can cast mage armor on someone else, but that only helps if they don't wear armor. Okay, so we have a few more buffs to do.
I will help where I can.
Scroll blessed weapon. We'll put that also on Lan. It's not really going to help him that much, but it will automatically confirm his critical hits, which normally it won't really matter because he already has it, but first armor we'll put on to yourself. And more about the other one once combat starts.
Knight Commander, are you in command of this unit forcibly?
It's supposed to be good.
Can you?
Because
What charming people.
I spared them.
Should have saved before we moved closer. I hoped that we would have the chance to move our people in position, but
Agreed.
apparently not.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Luckily the first two are going straight for Celia. Or first three I should say. They all smile. Doesn't really debuff though, so that's fine. We'll move land down here. Take some attacks, that's fine.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Starting off with a critical hit, that's good. Switch to cold. Buff our weapon. You last 1 round per level. Level 7, 7 rounds. We'll wait.
I'll cut you wide open!
Luckily we don't have to worry about everyone else moving now because they've used up their attacks opportunity on land. Let's try and put one of them to sleep. As for you, that could have been done on Commander. We're just going to move you over here for now. Darian, staggered, normal. It's a standard action. Yep, cool. What we're going to do is just move you there. And then try to cleave. And we miss.
Into the fray! Ah!
Really? LZ's already getting hit pretty hard.
You won't survive me. Did you see that?
What's the mobility check do? It's over there, I suppose. It's a pretty large jump, to be perfectly honest. I can see why the DC's so high. As for you... We have protection against evil going. Nothing there to really use. Using Battle Spirit at the moment is unnecessary. Sorry, I'm just thinking what to do. There's some of these. Start tipping the scale if we can. Or just put more bodies on the field. Where's Elsie? Probably just best to go that way. Let's do it. This. Get the attack off. Now what we'll do, that was 1 round per level. Doesn't say how long that lasts. So we'll wait to do that. As well as that.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Having so much trouble with 2 of them. What's going to happen when we have 20?
Endure this!
The spirits demand your blood!
Come on. Do some damage, even if it's just 1 point. Okay. Try to put both of them to sleep, that doesn't work.
Surrender or else!
Stop. 1 point of damage. Aaron's at a good point. Don't want to use too many of those. So we'll use these. These might be too much use. There we go. A new opponent has joined the fray. And now we summon this. Ooh, I forgot that don't continually start spamming sound burst. It's really gonna hurt us more than anyone else. That's game over. Yep. Our own choice comes back to haunt us. Okay, so we're gonna have to buff up again.
Rely on me.
You can do that.
No reason to pause.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Soot is restless. I wonder why.
You don't have a potion of Cat's Grace by any chance. Reduce person, mage armor, remove sickness. Banish. Some holy waters, but I think it's really going to help there. Plus weapon did effectively nothing. Bull strength.
We'll make things right.
A bright future awaits us.
We do want to put the other holy weapon, sword holy sword, there. As for everything else, this is refreshed.
Missed me already.
We will win this war.
That's pretty much all the buttons we need. Save. Running forward.
Knight command. Are you in command? Forcible.
It's supposed to be good.
Can you?
Because
Only
What charming.
Indeed. And particularly in a war against demons.
Compassion is amusement for the comfortable times of peace. It is no place in war. Honestly, that's not actually bad.
But
Answer.
without compassion, how can peaceful times ever return? Can people who think that way ever live in peace? If we can't learn to be compassionate in war, then the war will go on forever.
Agree.
All the choices we could pick, that one wasn't too bad.
Let's have some fun.
Now, our protection. How much time? Good. During conversation, it seems like their buff pot time was paused, which is helpful.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Fourteen. What's their AC? 24. Lance attacks should be pretty high. If we had Cat's Grace, it'd be even better. Try to put you to sleep. Nice. Really need to up our main character's AC. They are getting completely decimated. Turn that on. Rhino strike.
I'll cut you wide open.
There we go.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Five-foot step.
You won't
Start doing some
survive
shots.
me.
If we had the, Really? Rolled 22 and did not confirm. Armor casted 24. Should have had Blessed Weapon on his base. How to properly deal with this? Okay. That's two of them dealt with. Now we have even more. Hopefully Ember gets a turn before too many of them get to move. Okay, that's actually good. Not sure why you get an extra turn there. Summon a small army. Okay. Ember is in range of a few of them. I'm gonna 5-foot step over this way. And hopefully do the first fireball. Right there. Got one of the skeletons, but other than that, that's alright. Yeah, they have pretty good SR and actual reflex saving throws. Also didn't do that much damage for a 3d6. The whole person can be annoying if they manage to land it too many times.
The spirits demand your blood!
Into the fray!
I'll have land try to kill the cleric. Or at least start attacking the cleric.
Endure this!
Only 2 hits. It's hoping for 4. Random people are dying faster. Use Darian to finish off that low health one. Or at least try to. Spell resistance, my friend. As for Ember, that works. Second level spells at this point are good for picking up the low health ones, if they can get through their spell resistance. Can try and move over here to check this one. Acre is really quite tanky. It's a lot of health.
You are today's sacrifice!
No glory without risk!
Continue to do the cleric.
Make every strike
It's the
count.
most dangerous enemy here, by a wild margin. Leave you there. Okay, time to summon more skeletons when we're done. Five more bodies. Effectively just things that the gargoyles can attack that aren't my party, which is pretty good. trying to cast a lot of spells here. No. You're actually at low HP.
Surrender or else!
Divine Spark gets another kill. Don't underestimate Bam to just do 1 damage. Has use. Creatures are often left at 1 HP, more often than you think. As for you, what's your attack bonus at the moment? 10. So, need to roll pretty high. Make drop the Brian Strike.
Go for their hearts!
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
May have Darian do a heal next time his turn's up. Because that should have our allies as well. If we're reducing numbers, then
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
now there should be another large wave. It's going to hit all 3 areas coming up soon. Did say I was going to do it, so over here. Give everyone up. Didn't heal our allies, which is interesting. Most of our party is actually doing pretty well there, so I'm not too worried about that.
Too late for apologies!
Yeah, Kiki's doing well.
I'll cut you wide open!
Into the fray!
I do kind of want the Hell Knight armor.
You won't survive me.
Time for even more ones. I know it's prolonging this turn-based combat, but by God, it's helping us stay alive. If it's just these 2 left, I wouldn't have done it. I'm almost 100% sure we can have more of these gargoyles coming up pretty quickly. Protection from evil wears off in 10 seconds. And hopefully end this. It's 1 dead, effectively. Coup de grace.
The world in crimson!
Yep. There's our next big group. We're all still level 5. Yep.
The light take you!
We're gonna have to try and refresh Judgment Good and Evil if we have someone else that can cast it. Is there a cleric up there? There is indeed. There's 2 clerics. How much do you have to move to get in range? Pretty a lot, and they're going to come close to us. So for now, let's try and reduce one of these.
Endure this!
There we go. This next bit of combat is going to be difficult. Here come the 2 clerics. They're just moving up into range. Next turn, they're going to start casting Whole Person. If that actually hits on someone that matters, could have some trouble. This would be so much easier if they were undead. Speaking of undead, segue into that one. There is 3 gargoyles over there, 2 over there, 1 in the center. I do like how we've got over 10 Skull Champions working for us. Putting a good showing for a person that's not going Lynch. Okay, that's all the skeletons moved. Next question is no more up there. Nope. How many gargoyles? 3 there. 1 in the center, 2 over there. So 5. No, 6 at the moment. That'll get some. Let's move you after that all the way over there. Can you charge these? You can. Do that, please. I want these dead.
The spirits demand your blood.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Nice. Aha! Even more. Now, I believe there's a big one. Yeah, High Cleric.
Make every strike count.
What I wouldn't do to give Ember another turn right now. Fireball all of them. Main character's being held. That isn't good. It's the other person that's held. I think it's just a random dude. The only one of our party members that's being held at the moment is our main character. We do have the ability to free them though, so I'm not too
This
worried.
thing refuses to cooperate.
At the moment anyway. Doesn't matter, these do no damage. Ember is coming up next though. So the question becomes, do we want to try and fear them again? Or do we want to fire them? They have a total of 60 health. They'll have spell resist and pretty high reflex save, I believe. Yeah, 12. It's the highest. So, while I really want to, if they roll a 6 or higher, they're going to save against it, which means they're only going to take 10. So, we'll try and fear these guys again. It's not going to get all of them. Some of them are, I believe, higher than 7. Or already affected by fear. So, then we'll move you over here. Could you use a holy water after a move action? No, that's a standard action. Cool. Variation on the Hell Knight. Didn't work. Five-foot step away so they don't get interrupted. And can do that next turn. Didn't realize there was a touch spell. So for the next something rounds. Cast level 13. Next 13 rounds, Holy Sword. Which I believe just means that... Yep. Means that for the next 13 rounds, she is pretty much our Lan. Look at that horde of undead skulls over there, though. So many of them. Keep on trying to kill the High Cleric.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Okay, that was really awful, because with Perfect Strike rolling twice to get advantage, and every single one of them didn't get above a 5. So 8 rolls, none above 5 on a d20. That hurt. What would it give for Darian to have Flame Strike? None of them are particularly low at the moment. Not even the ones over there. So, more bodies. For everyone we lose, 2 more take its place. It's also important to keep on doing them because the skeletons are not going to last forever. They only have 7 rounds of life. So it's possible that we're going to lose like 5 all at once, all of a sudden out of nowhere. I just really wish I had a way to give them the ability to have Holy Weapon. Or a magic weapon. Just something I can use to buff them up, so they can actually do damage to these creatures. Could fireball them. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kill a few of us guys, but... bunch of them over there. Look at them all. Okay, you need to go and give them that. Now that should hopefully get rid of Held. No, apparently it didn't. No, seems I can. It's just suppressed. I'm not sure how it's going to work. We'll see when it gets to their turn. If Elsie dies again, we're in trouble.
Into the fray!
Actually killed one. That's nice. Now while I want to kill the High Cleric, I'm having a bit of an issue over here. So...
You won't survive me.
I would have preferred to kill the one that wasn't feared. Let's reroll at the moment. Is he over here amongst all them? Probably. You have to move Darian over here because someone needs heals. Can't reach them, so may need to get them reach spell, or at least I think there's something that allows them to use healing spells as for the head reach. Little skeleton army moving around, doing their thing. They're actually keeping those ones contained pretty well. Let's see if we put you to sleep. Yep, it's one down. Okay. My footstep that way. I need to find a way to buff BRC. Oh dear. Have stone skin? You still have an enchanted weapon, right? Yep. For this round. Spend another point.
You are today's sacrifice!
I need to turn off defensive fighting. You, on the other hand.
The light! Take you!
Where is that one? I think it's the feared all the way up there. Yeah, they are. So,
Endure this!
one down. Feared one's running up top there. Unreal. You can get some kills. I think Ember Sphere is actually starting to wear off. Which isn't good. You have one more round of skeletons, you can summon back. Go over there. Nice critical hit. For enough bodies, one of them will eventually get a hit that counts. Ember. Let's see if we can put another one to sleep. Ah, that one. The chance instant killed them, so it's not bad. Okay, that didn't kill them, but... Oh, it's holy. Give him something to do damage.
Go for their hearts!
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Probably need to give Elsie some potions. Try and finish off that high cleric now. It's a good point to do so. We don't want it hanging around in case there's another wave.
Make every strike count.
This one was going to be a wave that appeared there. I got killed as I tried to stand up. Radio gets another one. Hell Notes are carrying their own. Try and cast it onto this one. Need to get Darian and Ember both the spell penetration. Ember's getting really low with spells. Roach, Foal, Lee, Hold. Try Foal.
Am I doing it wrong?
Ah, can't do that on monstrous people. Okay. In that case,
I'll hit you!
just do a zap. AC 14 isn't too bad. Definitely needs to get it probably about 2 points higher. Hopefully 3.
I'll cut you wide open!
Fighting defensively would fix it, but
No glory without risk!
I do want to get LZ up again because all it will take is one bad round of hits on her to game over us and have us to do this all over again. So we can reduce that by trying to kill you.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Nice. Is there another round of things coming to kill us? Can you get up to heal her in time? Yes. If the game doesn't do something weird. Cool. That's better. Can I put you to sleep? Unfortunately not. But when sleep fails, permanent sleep succeeds. Can't charge you. Probably send you up to deal with these two.
The spirits demand your blood!
Not going to remain feared for too much longer, I don't think. Just around. Having you up there already would help.
Into the fray!
Hell Knight, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when the demons come for you.
You won't survive me.
There we go. So leaves us 2 more at the moment.
Out of my sight!
We won't worry about summoning any more skeletons. Not that I think we can. Because I think we've actually got through all of it. And to be perfectly honest, that was a pretty large fight. Our people were never really too threatened. Elsie did take a beating though. Just showing that we need to get her AC slightly higher. Better armor, a dodge feat. You don't already have it. Do you have dodge? You don't. Maybe ways to potentially help. Hellhound can summon a wolf, and neither wolf can summon a hellhound. Not sure if hellhound will be that helpful. Shackle, Smack Chaos, its mobility, Onslaught. It's a free action, we can just continually do that. Command might be interesting. Mute creature cannot speak or cast spells with verbal components. Might actually get that one as well. We'll see. There's a few options. Now the option we need is to just end this combat. How much experience have we got from this fight? Nearly 10,000. Honestly, not bad.
You are today's sacrifice!
I said, sorry, nearly 10,000. Nearly 80,000. Or over 1,000. I've forgotten the math. What do we need for the last level? 35? So 2,000?
The light take you!
Was it 36? In which case it's 8,000. Either way, it's not a bad amount of experience.
Endure this.
Yep, and they've unsummoned themselves. Just try and finish one of these off. Yep.
You won't stop
I'll wait for Regal to say, here comes round 2. I would rage. Okay, we seem to have succeeded. Helm of Inspired Wisdom. None of our party use Wisdom. Actually, take it back. There is one person in our party that does. It's you. Where'd he go? There. Luckily, that's just going to help us get a few extra spells. And help us cast high level spells. For her, though... Spike Stones. Not that helpful for this level, but in the future, may just be. Can you make the jump?
Well, at least didn't go well.
Protection +2. Skeleton of a man wearing armor from the time of the First Crusade is holding the skeleton of a child with strange proportions animal paws instead of its right arm and leg. We're alive. Praise be Sarenrae. Oh my god, did he just praise his son? Oof. Oof. Ring plus 2 AC though is pretty much exactly what we're after. Just like that, we have slightly better AC.
Rules are made to be broken.
Let's back up Darian. There we go. Now, where is Rigel? There's Yenka. And, where's the little gnome friend? Ah, there he is. Rigel gracefully stows his weapon and places his hands behind his back. You two, check the area. Mark any potential shelters that offer protection against aerial attacks. Quartermaster, inventory the remnants of the camp, and make sure that the gargoyles only abducted people and weren't interested in anything else. Send messages immediately to our scout squads and order them to return to camp. I need a full list of casualties. The sooner, the better. He turns to you and nods slightly. Commander, your arrival was well timed. Now we can finally talk. I am quite interested in the events that occurred at the Great Garrison. I suppose you have questions for me as well. What do you want to know about what happened at the Great Garrison? Any shift in the balance of power during this war has a direct impact on my mission. If a new player appears who is capable of fighting demons effectively, then I'm ready to support that person with all the resources I have at my disposal. Rigel speaks pensively, as if talking to himself. But naturally, I cannot blindly trust a stranger, even one marked by the gods. You have every right to doubt. I usually don't trust strangers either. So we understand each other. Thank you, Commander. Rigel nods, more to himself than to you. Is there anything you'd like to know before we move on to more serious issues? I've never formally joined the Orders, but I would like to become an official Hell Knight. Rigel nods curtly. Many formalities were not observed, the key one being that you've never undergone the test. I will file the appropriate request. I expect the Orders will consider it and spend their response through the official channels. What are the Hell Knights doing here within the borders of the Worldwind? The same as you and your army, fighting a war against the demons. The Hell Knights have always been a part of the Crusades from the very beginning. We don't answer to Queen Galfrey, and we act of our own authority, but we serve the common cause. The Scurry spawn have no place in the world we want to build. Rigel barks out the final words. Funny, isn't it? Knights clad in black armor have been fighting this war from the off, but most people don't even know it. The face of the Crusades is the Mendevian Paladin, the sword of Amade gleaming on their gilded armor. In that respect, my cousin Galfrey has a real flair for the propaganda, I must say. For the Hell Knights, the World Wound is just one of several targets. They expend much greater efforts on the book burning and suppressing the slave uprisings. Yes, the Order sent reinforcements here, but Mendev has always borne the brunt of this war. What are you going to do now after the gargoyle attack? I will wait for my remaining fighters to return. What you see here is only a small part of my forces. As for my long-term plans, that depends on the results of our conversation, Commander. Rigel narrows his eyes. Before we move on to serious subjects, I'd like to address an organizational issue regarding my unit. You may wish to be present. Yenka steps forward and salutes with a clenched fist to his chest. Elector, permission to report. During the first gargoyle attack, I determined it necessary to leave my post. I swam over the river, found the commander's army, and asked them to provide assistance. Rigel nods. Reinforcements were much needed. You will earn a double salary for your resourcefulness, Yenka, and 100 lashes for abandoning your post. The young knight grows a little pale, but immediately salutes again. Yes, Prelictor. I like how he's like, yes, you did a very good job, but you still deserve some punishment. Don't forget he abandoned his armor. You might be right. Rigel doesn't take his eyes off the young knight, searching for signs of weakness. Another 10 lashes for improper treatment of the Order property. Yes, Prelictor. This time, Yenka doesn't grow pale, but only salutes and clenches his teeth. The Prelictor, the epitome of ruthlessness, the young knight singing devotedly to his ideals. So far, so dull. Or is it? Could it be that Soyanka holds a tender for his commander? I heard that sort of thing is rampant in the military. What a relief it is to know that such tawdriness can never affect our valiant crusaders. Darian smirks. Isn't that right, Elsie? You're not about to foist yourself on some poor, lovesick fool who is unlucky enough to be under your command, while knowing his love is doomed to be unrequited. A fool whose love is doomed to be unrequited? Well, you can't be referring to yourself. Of course not. You may have doomed me to languish in this army, but unfortunately I am not in love with you. Although... Darian pauses and casts a praising eye your way as if seriously considering the prospect. Nope. Still nothing. I'm not in love with you. Are these guys made of stone or what? They seem creepy, but I like them. That was Lan last time. Camellia, some people have a penchant for whips, but I never thought you'd be one of them. Hasn't nature punished you enough? Everything is so strange, Ember speaks up. The marching columns through the thicket, even though there's a regular smooth road nearby. Totally messed up Ember's sentence there. Regal, who has watched you closely through the entire conversation, nods to himself. Now for a more delicate issue. You, Commander, are interested in our dispute with the Knights of the Order of Sunrise Sword, correct? Their forces in Canabra suffered great losses in the demon attack. And now the leader has perished, and his troops are in trouble. They are reeling with no command structure. The Order will hardly be able to recover from the losses they've suffered. What are you getting at? These fighters aren't the finest material I've worked with, but if I assume formal command over them, I'll be able to reforge them into weapons of reasonable quality. One or two might even become true Hell Knights. The rest will be put to good use as well. I want to choose that immediately, but I also want to do these. Do you think these people follow you after how you've treated them? Though not the best, they're still warriors and knights. They know what discipline is. What victory in war doesn't come at that cost. Any among them who still hasn't realised they aren't worth my time and effort. It's a bit of a silly question, so I'll support you and recommend that the Knights of the Sunrise Sword fall under your command. I'll expect your support in return. I would gladly give my support to one who can effectively fight the demons. And now, let's turn to our orphans. Rico looks at the warriors in white and yellow, shifting cheerlessly from one foot to the other. Initiates of the Sunrise Sword. Your leader is dead. Your order has suffered serious losses, and will not be able to recover. You may return to Mendev to join another Crusader order, and hope they don't meet the same fate as the Sunrise Sword. Or, you may remain under my command. I will not promise it'll be easy, or that our war-making will be constricted by your principles. What I can promise is this. Under my command, you'll never again feel like the helpless mice in the talons of a ravenous raptor. Camellia scoffs. He's used to people following his orders. Then again, these sniveling cowards are used to humiliating treatment. They won't even consider testing him a little. Celia, what would you do in their position? Challenge the gnome in black to a duel and make him prove himself worthy of command? Camellia, I would never end up in their position. Does this mean we've worked off the precious resources you spent on us? The water, medicine, bandages. Eels one of the knights in yellow, white and yellow. I wouldn't make such an offer if I thought you were useless garbage, Regal says. Initiates of the Sunrise Sword consult with each other for a time, then one of them, a young woman in knight's armor, steps forward. Thank you for your trust, Prelictor. We will stay, and we are ready to obey your orders. Fine. In due course, I'll review your troops and make any necessary decisions regarding your role in my unit. Regal turns to you. And now, Commander, for the most important issue. Cooperation between our forces. We do have a common enemy and a common battlefield. My army and I are going to Dresden to free the city from demons. You can join forces with us. Regal rubs his chin pensively. Dresden? An ambitious goal, but most reasonable. Imagine how such a victory would rally all the separate bands of today's Crusaders under one banner, and we certainly need a base of operations inside the World Wound. I'm ready to support you. Moreover, I can accompany you in your campaign. However, I would remind you that Hell Knights are outside Mendev's jurisdiction. Your unit and I will join your forces and obey your orders. only for as long as I deem that our goals coincide. I like his eyes. They're still bright. Neither the darkness nor the powerness has taken them. For now. Ember, always cheerful. Celia, hell no. We don't need the likes of these black armored statues. I don't want to fight side to side with someone who will slit my throat if I'm weak and wounded. You can't defeat one evil by inviting an equal, but slightly more organized evil into your ranks. Regal, slightly more organized than demons? I would consider that an insult. Lan, I've never dealt with Hell Knights before, but from what we've seen, they're serious fighters. This is what we need. Just think how that armor will look in the paintings that they make about our battles. It's a deal. Yes, Commander. My forces and Regal Durang are at your service. Or at your disposal. You wouldn't say that he's at our service. Never. We're going to switch him out with our Camellia there for the moment. She has a lot of spellcasting, very good melee, but A, she has -2 negative levels at the moment. 2, her melee is slightly suffering at the moment as well. Again, mostly because there's negative levels. And 3, sorry, words. And 3, I want to try out Regal. I haven't had the chance to use him before because now we're entering Blight territory. That is as far as I've ever gotten in the game before. So he starts as a level 6 Hell Knight. Effectively, he's followed the same path as my main character. His feats at the moment are 2 weapon fighting, weapon finesse, fighter's finesse. So essentially he's dual wielding with gnomed hook hammer. Weapon specialization as well. It's double slice in this game. I think it is. Double slice. That's another one we're going to have to get. Or perhaps not. Is all his damage just coming from weapon specialization? It is. It's going to hit more often, but he also doesn't have the strength bonuses, so to speak. He needs dexter damage somehow. And because of that, I'm considering making him go rogue. 1, it will give him sneak attack. 2, it will allow him to apply dexterity to damage. I don't think there's another way to do it. I could be wrong, mind you. But if he does that, we can start stacking up on dexterity without worrying too much. Here's Order of the Goat Claw. He really needs dexterity damage. Slashing Grace, that's another way to do it, I suppose. Sorry, I just need to go back here. Slashing Grace, will that work with him? Use Weapon Finesse. Fighter's Finesse. I don't think Slashing Grace would. Right, use Slashing Grace. There we are. When using one kind of light or one-handed slashing weapon, such as a longsword. When wielding the chosen weapon with one hand, you may treat it as a one-handed piercing weapon for all feats. Last when you acquire such a weapon, you can add your dexterity modifier to strength. So do strength. These are not slashing. I believe they are bludgeoning. Because they are a hammer. Let's go there. Just take a quick look at what feat is recommended for him. Okay, persuasion for a reason that I'll make obvious slightly later. Okay, improved 2-weapon fighting. Get a second attack. Or on a strike. It'll give us power attack essentially for dexterity. Point blank shot. So yeah, I don't think taking it that way is the best way to do it. It's going to affect his actual BAB, but I'm feeling that Rogue may be the best way to go with. I think it's 3 levels he has to take for it. In his training, yes. Does that work? Gnome hooked hammer, are you on there? No, it doesn't work. Okay, the music cuts off for a sec. I'm going to do a quick search, so I do apologize. Regil, Dex 2 damage. Regil's build. Do we have a way to give you Dex to damage? Or sneak attack without overly affecting your thing? Apparently Blood Rager is a okay build with him, but I'm more concerned about what feats that we can take to try and give him the... Ah! I'm totally forgetting. There is a way to do it. And it involves this. Specifically, we need a mythic feat, I think. So... Lamentation, Vesture, Expands Healing, Brutality Incarnate, Cleaving Shot, Cleaving Shots, Emergency Help. Is there not an extra feat? Bloodline, Second Spirit. Let's go through it slightly slower. Abundant Casting, no. Abundant Spike Chaos, no. Always a chance. I feel like that would be good, but we have it on land at the moment and it's not really coming through. So, continue on. Sense Summons, no. Battle Meditation. Nope. Best Jokes, certainly not. Best Jokes is amusingly interesting. Allows you to really buff up Hideous Laughter to be effectively a chain CC. Might be good for Ember. Downless Healing, no. Brutality Incarnate, no. Leaving Shot. That'd be a good one for land. Dimensional Retribution. Distraction shots. Elemental Barrage. Emergency help. Enduring spells. Enduring Via. Ever ready. Space vulnerability. Professional leader. Last stand. Getting strike. Endless rage. Magic nullification. Magic shapeshifter. Mythic charge. Powerful shadows. Ranging shots. Another one that would be really good for land. Rupture restraints. The bigger they are, thundering blows. Unrelenting assault. That's actually gonna be really good for Regil. Unstoppable. Okay, there should be a way to actually get a extra mythic feat. Second bloodline. Apparently it's just not here at the moment. Maybe it's only the other way around. You can only use mythic feat to get a mythic ability. But either way, one I was thinking of is, where are you? Rude. That one. You're an expert with weapons that rely on your agility. When using weapon finesse, you may also use your dexterity modifier instead of your strength modifier on damage rolls. That is going to help him turn on, essentially. Because that should work. He has the thing that allows him to use weapon finesse with it. Hopefully it does, at the very least. Does leave the question of what we're going to do right now. And to be honest, I think we're going to go Unrelenting Assault. That plus Thundering Blows, plus the one that allows you to get extra attack for every attack you do. There's something over there. It's just some pretty good melee ones in here. Lean into just going full melee with him. Don't worry too much about otherwise. Unrelenting Assault. Every turn, as long as you make at least one melee attack, you gain a stacking +2 bonus to damage rolls with melee weapons, up to a maximum of +10. And it'll last until the end of combat. So with that in mind, we don't actually have to worry too much about his damage. We just have to get to the next mythic rank, which I'm not sure when that is, but should be soon-ish. Hopefully. Next question is, what do we want to do and how do we want to build him? I feel like we kind of have to keep on going Hell Knight, because that is essentially what he is. Next 5 levels after we finish Hell Knight, I'm not sure what we're going to do with that, but for hell now, Hell Knight is probably the best way to do. Going a level of Vivisectionist might be a good way to do it as well. Alchemist. Vivisectionist. Give him sneak attack, plus a bunch of other stuff. Doing it Slayer-wise, also be another option. It'll give us 1 sneak attack, which will then allow us to get a second one. Plus a few extra feats and extra things. Along with Study 2. For now though, We definitely want to just keep on doing that. It's less a min-max choice and more a roleplay choice. Do that and that. He is a bit feet starved though. May have to do it so we have more feats from armature or another class. Because he's going to be using a lot of them just to improve his 2-weapon fighting. It's sort of the downside to it.
Your orders, Commander.
He's pretty strong. Why does everyone else have because of power attack? She is technically at 14. Actually, no. They also have a -2. Open focus, enhancement, size bonus for them. Come on, show me what you have. +1, radiance, weapon focus, bless. Is it strength? It's strength. Yeah, they're a +4 for their respective stats. You're only at a +3. It'll fix itself later on, but for now, what can you do? I was just thinking, LZ will have 5 extra levels between 35 and 40. So I might throw some paladin levels in there amusingly. Because we are lawful neutral at the moment, and staying pretty close to just pure law. I'm glad we actually managed to do that though. I wanted to finish this game for a while, and this stood as a roadblock for me, both mentally and gameplay wise for a while. The fact we got past it is great. I want to do it as a caster in the future as well, but probably on the Lich build I can see a way to do it now. Just continually cast Animate Dead. It worked out so well. Question though is, what are we going to do now? There are 3 armies out there. Ah, we have Hell Knights. I like Hell Knights, just thematically. So we'll try and just keep these combined. And they are so much stronger than Footmen. So much. Not sure how many we can get, how easy they are to recruit, but I want more of them. Research for new units. 1. Give us Hell Knights. Yes! Recruit those as soon as possible. Get more footmen. Get more archers. Okay. Now, you guys are all the way back there. So we're going to take a little bit to send you guys up. We're going to amass the armies. These guys are shield bearers. Almost like Hell Knights, slightly weaker. Might be able to start a second army based on them soon. I'm just going to leave you there for now. That's for our main group. We're going to move you up to the camp again. Two reasons. First, we need to change people. Secondly, we also need to rest. Yes. So we'll be switching Ember for Nino for a little bit. Where's Regil in our camp at the moment? Over here. He's even set up a little Hell Knight area. No order, no training. Now, us, this Crusader is doomed. These aren't Crusaders. They're just snacks for demons. Regil stands with his hands behind his back. His favourite pose, it would seem. He seems submerged in thought, but gathers himself immediately as you approach. His pale yellow eyes examine you inquisitively. Knight Commander, it's good you found time to meet me. As a matter of some urgency, I must discuss with you. It was incredibly interesting the power you and companions received during the fight at the Great Garrison. And now my interest has been gratified. The power your companions received has been passed on to me as well, and manifested after my usual evening reckoning. I believe I now present a true threat to the creatures and initiates of chaos. Imprisoned cultists we kept for certain observations experiences firsthand. Gil's voice is unemotional, almost bored, but leaves no doubt as to the cultist's fate. Striking, isn't it? Divine intervention at a crucial moment is rare, not beyond imagining. But in this case, part of that power you received through this intervention is passed to someone who joined you well after that fateful moment has passed. It's pretty evil. I was literally 100% go for that. Whatever the nature of this power, it will help us in our mission, and that is good. Sensible pragmatism. One must always be pragmatic. In any case, this is shallow philosophizing. You must have some questions for me. May I ask you a few questions about yourself? Of course. What brought you to Mendev? The demonic threat, of course. And the glaring inefficiency of the local command. I do not know if you're aware of this, but the Hell Knights owe their existence to the Demon Lords to a certain extent. Our first order appeared in response to Sivkesh? Is cultist in Chelex. The chaos they wrecked could not fail to breed strict opposition. Those first knights were able to burn out their pestilence and crush the cult once and for all. I see no reason for the Hell Knights of today not to do the same to the tentacles of the world wound is spreading. Without question, the task is far more difficult than anything we've encountered before, but it must be done to preserve world order. All the more so given that Queen Gallifrey and her commanders are apparently not up to the task. The motives you list sound rather impersonal. Don't you have any other reasons for joining the Crusade? Impersonality is a fine quality for a Hell Knight, and for the rest of the world as well. Personal motives, strong emotions. They are weaknesses that your enemies will use against you. I'm an effective officer with years of service. The demonic invasion of Galarian obviously demands the most qualified response. That is why I'm here. It's simple. You're rather skeptical about Queen Gallifrey. If memory doesn't fail me, the current crusade is called the Fifth. The Fifth Crusade. And all the support of the Church of Amide and multiple other allies provided to Gallifrey. No progress has been made in resolving the crisis at the World Wound. The best they could manage was create a chain of wardstones, and even they managed to turn out inadequate. I suppose that should be reason enough for my skepticism. Amity's church frowns upon the good cause for followers. Some even call us heretics. That's a shame. If our teachings were adopted as official doctrine of the Crusader movement, we would have won this war long ago. I am in total agreement. The entire history of the Crusades proves that all this confusion and dysfunction within the Crusader army caused no less harm to it than the demons' attacks. Alas, the Church of Amide is not inclined to make concessions. Our doctrine is not beneficial to them. They would rather destroy all of Mendev than relinquish even an ounce of power. Forgive me for asking a personal question, but your hair is going grey and your skin is rather pale. It's just a bleaching, right? Bleaching. Bleaching is the name given to the physical decolorization and aging of a gnome, and is caused by the lack of exposure to new and exciting experiences. This bleaching of colour is accompanied by a physiological decline, first into depression and apathy, and eventually into madness and death. Gnomes' efforts to fend off the bleaching only serve to fuel their racial curiosity and whimsy, giving them a somewhat manic edge. Some claim the bleaching is a result of the gnomes leaving the First World thousands of years ago. There's a few gnomes who survived the bleaching developed enigmatic wisdom and a connection to the natural world, earning them the name bleachlings. So essentially, gnomes aging is weird. They get older, and as things bore them more and more, they start to suffer mentally and physically. Physically, the problem for them is more mental. As their mind declines, their bodies sort of just reflect that change, and it eventually does lead to pure death. But it is apparently survivable, which means those that do manage to survive it. Interesting. Of course it's the bleaching. Rigel shrugs indifferently. Are you doing anything to fight the bleaching? What do other races do to fight the old age? Rigel allows himself a brief smirk. I know what made you ask this question. My kin have earned a certain reputation for their vain attempts to stave off the inevitable. Luckily for the rest of the world, not all gnomes are prepared to spread chaos with their reckless escapades. Escapades? Pronouncing that one wrong. There are some among us who accept the natural order of things. Bleaching has no effect on my ability to carry out my duties. Therefore, has no, how should I put it, personal meaning to me. Do you have any family or friends? I'm gonna guess the answer to this is no. I've never wondered at the fate of the former, and never had interest in the latter. If you allow me one piece of advice, Commander, never put too much stock in so-called friendship or camaraderie. Any bonds based on simple affection are temporary and unreliable. Half your smiling comrades certainly consider you their friend for the present, but they will break and betray you the moment you do anything that troubles their happy expectations. Place greater value on respect based on rational evolution of your companion's merits. I deeply respected my mentor, who trained me to join the ranks of the Hell Knights. I respected her so much that I killed her with my own hands when I discovered that she had betrayed the Order's ideals and was intending to leave our ranks. I would have been more proper to inform the command and await the formal trial, but on the other hand, they would have injured morale for our young recruits. They should not see manifestations of weakness in our seasoned knights. He cringes. You've only shown to distrust of Crusader Command. Why then have you decided to join me? Do not misread my behaviour as distrust of you personally. Like every Hell Knight, I watch everyone closely, searching for signs of weakness and sin. Everyone, including myself. Real speaks the last word pointedly. Indeed, Regel Derange is the first on my list of suspects. I observe him daily, marking every fault, every hesitation, every weakness, and I prepare the proper punishment. So it has been, and will be. As for your second question, I suppose we may be useful to each other. You and your army are a new power in the Crusade. I rate all the old powers as quite inefficient. I have yet to rate your own efforts, but early indications are positive. That means you may count on my help. For now. I like the way you think. Strict to yourself, rational towards others. This only confirms my initial assessment. I'm glad to hear it, Commander. Rigel bends a little in a polite half-bow. I do like him. Thank you for your answers. What can you tell me about the Hell Knights? I could tell you a great deal. However, the Order's recruiters would be a better source of information on such matters. How are new Order members recruited? We accept as armigers any we find worthy. But for the main test, the one that separates the strong from the weak, the most face-down and devil summoned directly from hell. If they defeat the beast honestly, the armiger becomes a rightful Hell Knight. If they lose, we simply forget their existence. Like the world made an unfortunate mistake. Who do the Hell Knights answer to? Only to the heads of their orders. In my case, is Lictor Razak Ontor, head of the Order of the Godclaw. As a rule, the Hell Knights do not submit to the jurisdiction of any state. The same is true of local laws. We are happy to help local governments bring order, if we consider that their request lawful, and if those who ask are worthy. But we do not serve them, and every right to refuse their demands. So what do you value most? The law, and only the law. If you care so much about the law, how can you ignore the authority of the lawful rulers of the land where you operate? We cannot call it law just because some foolish local prince thought it up or a council of demented elders deemed it wise, now can we? You see, one of the main principles of a brotherhood is that no one is immune from prosecution. A lawful ruler may be a criminal that poses a threat to society, and we must be able to punish them as well. This is why Hell Knights only honour the measure and the chain, the doctrine shared by all our orders, why Hell Knights serve only their officers, and the aim of transforming this chaos-torn world, leading it to a brilliant and ordered future. We are the main bastion of order in Galarian, no matter how much some naysayers may try to refute it. Thank you. I learned everything I wanted to know. Expanding one's knowledge is a good deed, provided, of course, that this knowledge is useful. Ask if you have any further questions. Do you have any plan or strategy for the war against the demons? A spark flashes in Ragel's eyes. I have a clear idea of the forces I shall require to wage effective war against the world wound. Currently, I do not possess them, but I know what steps I must take. We must mass and fortify, gather scouting information, resolve certain problems of a organizational nature. Once the problem of Dresden is solved, I shall direct some of my knights to prepare an outpost for the party. We have already scouted a suitable location, the ruins of an old shrine, which still holds the remnants of ancient power and thus a lure for demons. An excellent foothold for honing our skills and studying the enemy. That is my next goal. Thank you for speaking with me. Until next time. That's our new party member. Come over here, do a little bit of shopping. Or, more precisely, a little bit of selling. Sell them. Sell the Bastard Sword of Hope. It's a really good weapon though, I quite like it. If I was using Bastard Swords, I'd be... which I probably will when I do a Paladin run in the future at some point. That will be the weapon I use, for a little while at least. Assuming I can find it again. Flying Scales, no. Heavy Shield, Painful Remorse, no. Jeopardy, all of these are just +1 weapons. Nothing interesting there. Ring of Protection +2. That is actually somewhat good. Mithril Chain Shirt. Greatsword +2. Because we have that constantly on them, that is technically an upgrade. Blade of Order. Black Dragon's Fang. Rock of Nature. That is actually something I have to check. What is Rigel currently wearing? Also need to upgrade Camilla's weapon. He has a ring of protection. Hell, adamantine full plate +2, so we don't have to worry about armor for him for a long time. Ring of natural armor. Okay, so he's actually pretty good. The only thing that could be of use to him is having a cloak of resistance. Otherwise he comes effectively fully equipped. So we'll just grab that for Camellia. APR +1. Also grab the Ring of Protection +2. Probably a waste of money, to be honest. But we'll get it anyway. Okay. +2, we want to put that on 2. You're an upgrade, so you can go there. Give you that one for now. I think that helps. Yep. Camilla can have this. Forgot she already had one, so that was a waste of money. And level up Nino. Again, this shouldn't take long. Upgrade all these. And then use Magic Device. As for her feat, she already has spell penetration. Just greater spell focus. We want to get greater spell penetration at this point. Really don't want any of her spells to get resisted. That's her level 4 spell, which I think she gets access to this level. Or she already had... Yep, this level. Rainbow pattern's nice. Greater invisibility, not so much. Shadow conservation. Okay. Shadow concentration essentially is a number of spells in one, but they are much weaker. It's a good way to memorize a lot of spells at once using one slot, but it has a downside. Just trying to see what spells does this one count as. Any sorcerer or wizard conjuration, summoning, or conjuration creation spell of 3rd level or lower. So, 3rd level or lower conjuration spells aren't that good, if I remember correctly. There's one, which is Stinking Cloud. Other than that, it's essentially summoning spells, so I don't think we're going to worry about that one at the moment. So the first one's going to be Rainbow Pattern. And the second one Controlled Fireball. Dragon's Breath is another good one. 10d and 12d6 instead of 10. Dimension Door, it's pretty useful. Obsidian Flow is pretty good CC spell. Is there a pit spell for you? Is there a 4th level pit spell? As if so, I'll take that. There isn't. There is a 5th level one. Hungering Void, I believe. But for now, get Obsidian Flow. Oh, no, there is one. We already have it, though. Acid Pit. And with that, I think we'll save. Continue this later. We'll see you again shortly-ish. Till next time.